desist from flouting the state traffic law with regard to applying one way on Airport Road, a failure of which appropriate provisions of the law would apply. Speaking during a joint enforcement carried out in the access by LASTMA and the Rapid Response Squad (RRS) of the Lagos Police Command, General Manager of the agency, Olawale Musa, said the state government had been inundated with several reports of motorists driving against traffic in the corridor. The LASTMA GM said it had been observed that operators in the access and members of the public were flouting the state traffic law with attendant dangers on other road users as well as lives and property.
And we have deployed our men strategically along the axis to ease traffic. But along the line, we saw that we are having this challenge of people passing one way from the Arch Camp end down that axis. And every time our men challenge them, they tell us, "Fan, give them the authority to pass one way." And they even challenge us that this is a federal road.
Also speaking, RRS Commander ACP Olatunji Diso said that police would work with LASTMA to ensure sanity in compliance with the relevant traffic laws in the access and all parts of the state.
Just like the GM said, we will not close our eyes to people flouting the laws of the land. I have the instruction of the Commissioner of Police to go assist the LASTMA to ensure that we stop this, and that's exactly what we did here today.
And away from road transport, staying in Lagos. Now, the Committee of the Wives of Lagos State Officials Council has concluded its 3-day National Women Conference with a charge on women to step up their entrepreneurial skills and not be afraid of being more successful than their spouses. The committee also urged women to take full advantage of the paradigm shift from Nigeria's dependence on oil and explore the many opportunities available in the fast-growing agricultural industry. This was part of the 22-point communique reached at the end of the conference, with the theme, "She Creates, She Transforms."
There should be more advocacy to encourage women to explore their innate abilities to make a difference. 4, women should be solution providers that are purpose-driven rather than looking for immediate financial profits. These give opportunities to contribute towards improving the society.
Council Chairman Bolanle Ambode said it was important for Nigerian women to understand and see the current reality in the country not as a hopeless situation, but an opportunity for entrepreneurial ambition.
In one of the papers, Building a Better World, we are made to understand that women in the country find themselves in a unique situation at this time, and we must see the current reality not as a hopeless situation, but as an opportunity for entrepreneurial ambition to make a positive impact in a challenging situation.
Declaring the conference closed, the Damar State Governor Jubrila Binda, who was represented by his deputy, Martins Babale, lauded the performance of his counterpart, Akinwumi Ambode, describing his infrastructural renewal effort as unprecedented and revolutionary. Earlier, Governor Ambode congratulated the over 2,500 participants at the conference for successfully undergoing 3 days of networking and experience.
I have watched the activities of this noble association with keen interest, and I find the engagement in the past and even in the past 2 days very inspiring. Last year, the conference based focus on building stronger families as a basis of building stronger nations.
So I want to congratulate all the participants for successfully undergoing these 3 days of networking, knowledge building, and experience sharing. From the reports I have received, it's been very impressive and encouraging. No doubt, this edition of the conference has been very successful and rewarding for everyone.
Now, still talking, Women Affairs wife of the President Aisha Buhari has expressed concern over the low rate of women participation in politics in the country. Buhari was speaking at the National Council of Women Society Stakeholders Summit held in Abuja. She described as alarming election of only 22 women out of the 360 seats at the House of Representatives and 7 out of the 109 senatorial seats at the upper legislative chamber. Aisha Buhari, who was represented by the former Deputy Governor of Plateau State, Pauline Tarlin, emphasized the need to address exclusion of women to reduce lack of transparency and dedication to work, especially in the local communities.
She therefore wished us a very successful conference today and tomorrow, and she especially sent her goodwill and appreciation to the National President of Algon and all his officers.
A president of the National Council of Women Societies, Gloria Shoda, who lamented the outcome of the 2015 general elections and appointments that followed thereafter, urged INEC to sensitize women, including those in the grassroots, on the need for their participation.
A careful examination of the myriads of issues that have been shown to be responsible for the very low representation of women in the democratic governance process have also thrown up the following critical observations.
Chairman of the Association of Local Government of Nigeria, ALGAN, Gambo Tanko Kagara, however, advised women to work in synergy with people from the grassroots to achieve more participation in politics.
So to be in politics, or to get anything in politics, with this organization now, you have to go to the grassroots. All state chapters has to stand on their two. All state chapters of this association.
And away from all of that, in other news now, Chairman of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, Colonel Mustafa Abdullah, retired, has confirmed that Oyo State now has the lowest record of marijuana cultivation, drug abuse, and other related drug cases when compared to other states in Nigeria. Colonel Abdullah, who stated this during a courtesy call to the state governor, Abiola Ajimobi, attributed this feat to effective collaboration among all the security agencies in the state.
Nigeria particularly, we have more than a fair share of the damages that drug occasion. Firstly, is that of the trafficking, which was the one that brought Nigeria to right. But then Nigeria has passed that stage now. We have become willing manufacturers and consumers.
He commended the Oyo State government for its policy on confiscation of farmland being used for marijuana cultivation to share same to farmers for planting of arable crops. In his response, the Oyo State Governor Abiola Ajimobi decried the abuse of drugs among the populace, stressing that drug abuse is a catalyst to hallucination and criminal activities.
Measures. So, and apart from the death that has been recorded, there's also the fact that it is a precursor to criminal activities.
Or staying on the southwest region, members of the Nigerian Union of Pensioners in the zone are demanding for the immediate arrest and prosecution of the former chairman of the Presidential Task Force on Pensions Reform, Abdul Rashid Maina. The pensioners made the demand on Thursday in Ado-Ekiti, the Ekiti state capital, during its quarterly meeting held at the NUP headquarters in the state. Secretary NUP Oyo State Segun Abaton, who addressed journalists at the end of the meeting, urged the federal government to sack the Minister of Interior Abdulrahman Dambazo and the Attorney General of the Federation Abubakar Malami for their roles in the reinstatement of Abdul Rashid Maina.
Maina came, further major pensioners, removed the names of the new pensioners. Yes, and ended up, in fact, the verification exercise that Maina organized left Nigerian pensioners worse than he met it.
The elderly citizens, however, threatened to embark on a nationwide protest if the federal government fails to take appropriate actions against those involved in the reinstatement of MENA.
Those ministers, Malami, Dambazau, and all the permanent secretaries, they should be removed, and then proper investigation should be done.
You're still watching the news on Galaxy Television. Still to come,